Listen, there is a faded notebook in a university archive, written in a looping hand, half science, half spell. It speaks of a thing some call the Portio orgasm, an old name for an intense response from the cervix, and of a standing back posture that changes the map of sensation, and of the doorway of the body, the vaginal introitus which frames everything that follows. You, a curious scholar, open the notebook, and the lights go low, and the story begins. First, the cervix. For decades, textbooks treated it as a passive play. Nor imaging and nerve mapping whisper otherwise. The cervix carries sensory pathway, sometimes tied into the vagus nerve and the deep pelvic plexus. Some people report a slow, deep climax when stimulation reaches this region, different from the fast skin surface rhythms we usually discuss. Think of it as a hidden chamber in a familiar house. Fewer windows, thicker walls, but when it answers, it does so with a different timbre. Clinically, responses vary wildly. Biology does not promise uniformity. Neuroscience promises possibility. The experiment for a scientist is not to expect a formula, but to observe, record, and respect the range of outcomes. Then the posture legend. Standing back, that vertical choreography where bounce, gravity, and angle conspire to change contact. The urban tale says lovers tried it in doorways and felt like they had rearranged the furniture of their body. Different angles reach different tissues, and small shifts can alter what the cervix receives. From a biomechanical view, standing positions change pelvic tilt, change relative positions of internal structure, and modulate pressure distribution. As a researcher, imagine measuring angles, muscle tone, breathing rhythms, and noting correlations with subjective reports. The fun is in the controlled curiosity. Vary one thing at a time. Posture, support, tempo, and log the sensory reports like good field notes. And the introitus, the entrance that greets and frames. It is richly innervated at the margin. It is the body's threshold, sensitive to touch, temperature, and in mythic reports it is called a gate. In clinical language, it is the first responder of sensation. Learning its language means learning to listen. Slow approaches, clear consent, and an attention to the timing of breath and pelvic floor engagement. For explorers, this is where communication and safety protocols matter most. Markers for comfort, stop signal, and gradual escalation are good science and good ethics. Now the occult twist. The notebook ends with a ritual-ish checklist. Lights low, a neutral tone, a diary, 2 clocks, a scale, replace candles with calibrated tools, stopwatch, consent forms, a scale for pressure, a log for subjective intensity. The spell is ordinary method, informed consent, controlled variable, respect for variability. So here's your 3-minute field plan in a sentence. Set the scene, agree signal, vary posture, including standing back, attend to entrance sensitivity, allow deep, slow contact that may reach the cervix's domain, and record outcomes without expecting miracles. Treat every session as a pilot study. Small N, careful notes, ethical oversight, and curiosity that honors autonomy. Close the notebook, the mystery remains, but you now carry instrument, skepticism, method, tenderness, and a hunger to map the less charted parts of pleasure, responsibly, scientifically, and with the little thrill that made you step into the archive in the first place.